Hello there, so this one is called Planetary Healing. I've been working with this for some months, since just the very beginning of the coronavirus outbreak actually, and I want to share it with you. Anyone who wants to take part is more than welcome, and this is a practice I do every day, and I do it at whatever time of day suits me, and the same would apply for you if you want to join in. So the one skill you require to do this work is called your active imagination. So let me give you an opportunity to experience this for yourself before we start. So what I'd invite you to do is just to close your eyes, and now what I invite you to do is to imagine a blue ball. With your eyes closed, just picture in your imagination a blue ball. And take a moment to notice any details about it. That's your imagination, your active imagination working. Now allow that blue ball to disperse. And I invite you now to use your active imagination to imagine a yellow flower. Again, take in the details of this yellow flower that you just conjured up on the screen of your active imagination, and then just let it dissolve. And here's your final one. Your final one is to imagine with your active imagination a green tree. See how vivid that green tree looks to you, and then allow that image to dissolve. So what this has simply reminded you of is the fact that we've all got this capability to activate our active imagination. So we're going to make use of that in the process that we're going to work through for planetary healing. So just to say a word before we start, we're going to make use of a very tried and tested, well-known method called the smudge stick, which is a sage stick. So we're going to use a sage stick. We're not going to go out and buy one. We're going to use our active imagination to conjure up the image and the feeling of a smudge stick, a white sage stick in our hand. I'm left-handed, so I imagine this in my left hand. We're going to, first of all, we're going to work with a smudge stick. Then we're going to work with a very powerful healing modality called the blue vortex. And then we're going to work with what is a completely different dimension, which is called the dimension of the peach pink healing light. And finally, we're going to work with the 4 archangels. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it in the active imagination. I've come up with some images to give you a hand with this, and so the very first thing that I do when I start this work, I just imagine myself growing bigger and bigger and bigger until I'm so big that the earth, the whole earth, is just a sphere, roughly 30 centimeters in diameter, roughly 30 centimeters away from me. So I can just picture this beautiful blue sphere of the earth. And that's what we do. So that's the setup. So let's just take you through the process. So here I am. I'm now giant size, and the image of the earth is straight ahead of me, and I've conjured up my smudge stick and I've put it into my candle to get it burning really well, and it's got a nice load of red hot embers at the end of it, and it's producing its smoke. And all I do is I use this smudge stick and I just literally go in a circle. I do a clockwise circle, so I do a 3 clockwise revolutions around the earth, and then I put the smudge stick down to one side, and then I summon the blue vortex. So here's an image of the blue vortex for you, gives you an idea what it looks like. And here's another image of the blue vortex. So what the blue vortex has got the capability to do is to draw up and out all of the negative energies, all of the fear, all of the negativity that is in and on and around the earth from all sources. And so this is what I do now, and I use my hands to make this gesture, so my left and my right hand, they take the form of this vortex and they just go up and up and up 3 times, and I take a quick pause, and I do this with my breathing. So I'll do the breathing this time. It's like this. So that's 6 times, and you can see all these little black negative particles of fear being drawn up out of the earth, and then 3 more times, drawing all that negativity up and out of the earth into the blue vortex, and the blue vortex takes it to a place where it gets completely transformed into love and light. And next I call upon the dimension of peach pink healing light. And for me, this is such a miraculous thing. So literally there is this dimension which has got peach pink healing light, and I just use my hands to draw it in. I draw it in over and above and down below the earth, and I do that 3 times, above and below the earth, and again the third and last time, above and below the earth. And so that the peach pink healing light brings all of the healing from this healing dimension and gives the earth and all its inhabitants the most beautiful, blissful healing. And once I've reached this point in the journey, I just feel so wonderful. And what I like to do next is I like to invoke the 4 archangels. So first of all, I invoke the Archangel Raphael. Then I invoke the Archangel Gabriel, also called Gabriel. Next, I invoke the flaming sword of the Archangel Michael, also called Michael. And then finally I invoke the Archangel Oriole, also called Uriel. And so I have given you a few images of this Archangel. This one is not so well known as the others. The others are extremely well known. So that's one image of Oriole. And there is another. And there is another. And so I have this feeling of these archangels surrounding the earth, giving all the protection, all the love, all the nurturing to the earth and to the inhabitants thereof. So I'd like to thank you very much for coming with me on my journey. And I do this every day, so I like to do this around 7 p.m, but it doesn't matter when you do it. You don't even need to do it at the same time, just whenever it suits. Make it a daily practice if you feel inspired to do so in your head, your heart and your gut. And be part of the changes that we are all in the process of ushering in. Thank you very much indeed.